I'm Combat Craig, and today we're going to be comparing my irrigation ditch disrepair to my old VA claim and possibly your current VA claim. My irrigation ditch might be like your VA claim, right? There's these canal people, they represent the VSO, and they haven't showed up to do any kind of work in my irrigation ditch. So all these dead weeds right here. Gonna sickle these up, put it into the irrigation ditch here and burn it. Do it yourself, right? Hands on, roll your sleeves up, clear out your irrigation ditch. It's the only way to do it. I want to explain the concept of DIY VA claims. You can do it. You have to do it. That's what it really comes down to. You need to educate yourself about the process so you could do it yourself. Hasn't worked out so well with VSOs in the past, right? There's a reason. You didn't roll your sleeves up and get involved. You just handed it off, throw a bunch of shit up against the wall. Let's see what sticks. That's not doing it yourself. That's giving it to somebody else to do a half-ass job for you. I already tell you how that story is going to end. It doesn't end well for you. I share what I learned about the VA claims process on the Combat Craig YouTube channel. I went a step further and broke down my process, how I approached my claim, how I got from 0% to 10%, 10 to 60, 60 to 100% P&T, and now I'm done. I break down that process in what I call Combat Craig's Bootcamp. Check it out at combatcraig.com. You'll learn something from it, for sure. Legally, I'm allowed to handle my own claim, right? I wanted to do it right. I was sick of losing. So I spent a shitload of time in my VA claims file. Once I figured out what my VA claims file was, get your VA claims file. There's a link in the description to the FOIA request form. Get that thing. So I went through it so I could understand my disabilities, what kind of supporting evidence that I had in there, and if I thought that the evidence that was in there was strong enough to win my claim. Ultimately, it was all in there. I had to go root it out and understand it, but I didn't need to introduce any new medical evidence because everything was in either my service treatment records or my VA medical records. You need medical evidence, but you really need to understand what medical evidence is in there, because whether you think it's in there or not, doesn't matter until you go in there and read and look at it and understand it. Like many other veterans, my heart's in the right place. I want to help you with general advice, but I do not provide one-on-one advice. The main reason is I'm not qualified. Literally, jackass in a cowboy hat. I'm not an accredited eight claims agent. I'm not a VA lawyer. I'm not a doctor. So I am literally not qualified to give you an opinion. That's why I don't do one-on-one advice. And then there's that little part about reviewing your 1,500-page C file, spending an average of 10 minutes on each page and deciphering all the doctor's chicken scratch. And if you can't understand what that stuff is, hiring somebody that reads that shit for a living and then, turning that into a word so you can Google it. It takes a crazy amount of time to go through that. So Combat Craig's Bootcamp is designed for the do-it-yourselfer. It's a self-paced course. I upload new videos every week to the bootcamp, and these are things that I think might be helpful for you. You're doing it yourself, right? So you determine whether they're useful or not. I'm just putting the information out there. So when we were all on active duty, you just followed orders, right? Let's go. You didn't ask where we're going, what we're going to do when we get there. You get in the fucking truck and you go and you drive as fast as you possibly can and you get there. That's not what filing a VA claim is all about. You don't just start adjusting course and strategy and asking questions after you file the VA claim. If you're not ready to file a VA claim because you're fucking clueless, then don't file a VA claim. Educate yourself. You're not in any hurry to go get a denial. That's not going to do you any good. In fact, it's going to make it harder because then you're going to have to fight through one denial And once you finally pull your head out of your ass. Took me a couple go rounds to figure out this concept, but do not file a VA claim if you're completely clueless or you're not up for the fight. You're engaging in a battle with the VA. They're the enemy. Make no mistake about it. They're going to trip you up. They're going to throw roadblocks out your way. If you're not up for all this stuff, don't file a VA claim. Wait a year. Wait 6 months. Wait until you're ready. Absorb the information. Start learning the acronyms and all that kind of stuff. Start learning the concepts, what a diagnosis is, what medical evidence is, what a nexus is, what a DBQ is. Learn the basics. And again, I go over this stuff in the boot camp, and this stuff is readily available. Time to roll your sleeves up, get your hands dirty. It's your VA claim. Don't rush it. Don't just go with the let's go and phew, I'm going 100 miles an hour. Shit, where am I going? What am I doing? Yeah, you're just going to get denied. I want to answer one question that I get a lot, and it has a two-part answer. The question is, Combat Craig, can you take a quick peek at my VA claim? So the first part is, as I mentioned, I'm a jackass in a cowboy hat, right? I'm not accredited. You do not know me. You shouldn't be sending somebody you don't know your personal information. I do not need to know your social security number, and I do not need to know your home address, where you work, yada, yada, yada. It's none of my business. Keep that in mind. Second part of this is there's no such thing as, yeah, can you take a quick peek? I have no idea what is in your VA claims file. You may not either. How am I going to give you any kind of opinion when I don't know what the hell's going on? I'm not going to review your 1,500 page claims file, all your VHA medical records, all your private records, and go spending 80 hours on that to come up with an answer. And even once you get all that stuff done, there's variables in here that are out of our control. Once you line all this stuff up the best that you can, you still have to deal with a CNP examiner and a VA rater. They're the wild card factors. We have no control over them. You build your claim yourself. You do everything to the best of your ability. You understand what you're doing. And then hopefully the CNP examiner sees it the way you see it. And hopefully the VA rater sees it the way that you see it as well. So that's the wild card factor. We have no control over what our CNP examiner or VA rater are going to do. So I cover this stuff at my boot camp. It's a self-paced course for the do-it-yourselfer. If you're I want you to do it for me, I'm not your guy. Find somebody else to do that. VSO, hopefully you find a good one, not in your local VA regional office. Use the whole country. The easiest way to explain this is I'm not going to hold your hand or your dick while you take a piss. That's all on you, buddy. I want to keep my hands clean. Roll up your sleeves and figure this stuff out. You're going to spend probably 10 minutes a page on every page in your C file. You're going to have to identify, if you have a lot of handwritten notes like I did, you're going to need to transcribe those. Like there's companies out there that read doctors' chicken scratch. You might need to do that. I did. And then you have to go into the Google box and see if you can understand what all that chicken scratch means. So it took me about 10 minutes per page times 1,500 pages. So get your get ready for 80, 100, 140 hours of going through all this stuff so you understand it. Some learn quicker than others. Irrelevant. However long it takes you to learn, that's how long it takes you to learn. If you need legal help, I would hire a lawyer. If you need medical advice or a medical opinion, I would hire a doctor. They're really the only people that can help you with legal or medical advice. I understand that this is a combo of both, but these are all decisions that you need to make. At the end of the day, you're doing it yourself, whether you want to be doing it yourself or not. Who are you going to get in your corner? What's the caliber of your VSO? How responsive is your VA attorney? Can you even get to a doctor that makes any kind of sense, that can explain things to you and be useful to you? I don't know. Those are the wild card factors too. So figure it out, and I'll see you in the next video.